The North Carolina Tar Heels find themselves once again pegged at number 25 in the latest CBS Preseason college basketball rankings, a spot that has become almost a trademark for them in early season projections. But here's where it gets controversial. Despite being one of the most storied programs in college basketball history, UNC continues to hover near the bottom of the top 25, raising questions about the team's current state and future prospects. Just last week, we saw ESPN's Jeff Borzello and the Blue Ribbon College Basketball Yearbook both slot UNC at the very end of their preseason lists. Now, CBS Sports' Gary Parrish joins the chorus, placing the Tar Heels at number 25 as well. Parrish didn't just assign a ranking. He highlighted a critical issue that many fans might overlook: the lack of roster continuity. Take a look at North Carolina, Parrish wrote, one of college basketball's biggest brands. Yet the Tar Heels are struggling with a roster that looks almost entirely new. After last season, 6 players entered the transfer portal, leaving Seth Trimble as the only significant returning contributor. That's far from ideal for any program, let alone one with UNC's expectations. To address this challenge, head coach Hubert Davis and his staff have been busy over the past 2 months, piecing together a fresh lineup from a diverse pool of talent. Their latest acquisition is Luka Bogavac, a 6'5" guard from Montenegro who has professional experience playing for SC Derby in the ABA League. Last season, Bogavac averaged an impressive 14.9 points, 3.6 rebounds, and 2.3 assists per game, while shooting nearly 40% from beyond the arc, numbers that suggest he could be a valuable addition to the Tar Heels' backcourt. Parrish's summary of UNC's roster paints a picture of a team rebuilding around a core that includes Seth Trimble, one of the top 3 scorers from last year's squad that finished 23-14 and made it to the first round of the 2025 NCAA Tournament. Joining Trimble are several transfers: Henri Veesaar from Arizona, Jarin Stevenson from Alabama, Jonathan Powell from West Virginia, Kyan Evans from Colorado State, and Jaden Young from Virginia Tech. Alongside these transfers, the Tar Heels welcome a highly touted recruiting class featuring 5-star freshman Caleb Wilson, 4-star freshmen Isaiah Denise and Derek Dixon, plus international prospect Luka Bogavac. Looking at the bigger picture, St. John's tops the CBS preseason rankings, followed by Houston, BYU, Purdue, and UConn rounding out the top 5. Within the Atlantic Coast Conference, Duke leads the pack at number 9, Louisville sits at number 15, and UNC's number 25 ranking means the ACC has 3 teams in the poll. The Tar Heels' schedule includes key matchups against Duke in a home and away series on February 7th and March 7th, and a home game against Louisville on February 23rd. UNC's early non-conference slate features 2 ranked opponents: Kentucky ranked number 1, 10, and Michigan State at number 15. The Tar Heels will travel to Lexington on December 2nd for the ACC-SEC Challenge and face Michigan State on November 27th in Fort Myers, Florida. Isaac Trotter, who followed up on these rankings with his own analysis, projected UNC's starting lineup to include Kyan Evans, Seth Trimble, and Luka Bogavac on the perimeter, Caleb Wilson at the power forward spot, and Henri Veesaar anchoring the center position. However, Trotter pointed out a crucial need for the Tar Heels. UNC desperately needs a reliable 4th ball handler behind Evans, Trimble, and Bogavac. This player doesn't have to be a star, but must be dependable on both ends of the floor and avoid costly mistakes. Trotter highlighted Derek Dixon as a strong candidate for this role, praising his smooth, well-rounded game and high school experience. Dixon will likely compete with Jaden Young, the Virginia Tech transfer known for his solid physicality, but who still needs to improve his decision-making. Jonathan Powell offers a 3-and-D skill set, but lacks ball-handling prowess. There's also hope that Isaiah Denise, a fringe top 50 freshman, might emerge to fill this vital spot. In a separate piece, Trotter recognized Seth Trimble as the 4th best defensive jumbo utility guard, a term used for players with the size and versatility to guard multiple positions, from shooters and scorers to point guards and wings. Trotter emphasized Trimble's defensive prowess, noting, "Driving against Trimble was a poor choice for opponents. He held them to just 0.56 points per chance on 55 drives, according to Synergy, ranking among the best defenders in the nation. Trimble's strengths include his physicality, basketball IQ, and ability to defend aggressively without fouling. His impressive second jump allows him to blot passing lanes and close off scoring opportunities effectively. With UNC's expected improvement in rim protection this season, Trimble could become even more formidable at the point of attack. So, what does all this mean for North Carolina fans? Is the number 25's preseason ranking a fair reflection of a team in transition, or does it underestimate the potential of a roster filled with fresh talent and experienced transfers? Could the lack of continuity be a blessing in disguise, allowing Coach Davis to craft a new identity? Or is this a sign that the Tar Heels are struggling to maintain their historic dominance in college basketball? We'd love to hear your thoughts. Do you agree with these rankings and analyses, or do you see UNC rising higher once the season unfolds? Drop your opinions in the comments, and let's get the conversation started.